Welcome to the Deep Dive, the place where we turn complex research into indispensable knowledge. Today we're unpacking a really dark and sophisticated psychological paradox: when helping hurts. We're diving into a stack of sources from psychology, criminal law, and cybersecurity that all point to one terrifying pattern.
They really do. The pattern is that the victim who genuinely intends to do good or, return a favor, unknowingly becomes the agent.
The weapon used to execute some kind of concealed harm.
That's the core of this deep dive. The material you shared focuses so heavily on the weaponization of a fundamental human drive, which is the need for reciprocity. Our mission today is to understand how this basic social contract, this psychological debt model, is exploited. We'll break down concepts like obligatory proxy harm, and then trace how that shows up in huge digital breaches. And we'll also look at how legal systems are trying to catch up, using doctrines like the cat's paw.
Right, and here's the thing that really frames this whole discussion, especially now. We spend billions on firewalls, on intrusion detection, but social engineering is still the #1 cause of security breaches.
Still number one.
Yeah, the stats consistently show the human element is involved in something like 60% of all security incidents. The sophisticated attacker doesn't try to bypass the technology. They just persuade the authorized, well-meaning person inside to open the door for them.
It's because it's fundamentally about exploiting our social hardwiring. And the anchor for all of this is the principle of reciprocity. Anthropologists like Leakey and Lewin trace this all the way back to early human survival. They saw that this honored network of obligation was essential.
For mutual assist, for stability, right?
Exactly. And then the sociologist Alvin Goldner, he formally articulated it in 1960. It's a deeply, deeply internalized social norm that just compels us to return favors, to honor our debts, whether they're moral or financial.
So we're biologically and culturally programmed to feel uncomfortable when we receive something and haven't paid it back. So when manipulators get a hold of this, they must use other principles to amplify that feeling, that debt trap.
Oh, absolutely. Think of Cialdini's framework. It lays out all these other levers that manipulators pull. For instance, authority. It's exploited so heavily when attackers impersonate, say, a CEO or IT staff or even a government agency.
Right.
When you get that urgent call from someone who says they're the chief financial officer, that psychological need to obey authority can just override all your critical thinking.
But what about scarcity? If the offer, or maybe the rescue, is framed as limited, like I can only help you access this file for the next 5 minutes.
That's it. That urgency forces a quick decision. It stops the target from taking a second to think, to verify, to question what's happening.
And of course, there's liking.
And, a successful social engineer, they will always